Hello, let's create and package some custom orders I got, and I'm going to be answering this question here from one of my most loyal and amazing supporters. I am also about to rebrand my dog tags, so I cannot wait to show you that, and I have so many exciting things coming. I know it's the most annoying thing when YouTubers are like, I have so much coming that I can't share, but genuinely, you guys are going to be so excited. There are so many obstacles when running a small business, but there were two things that kind of came to mind right away when I read this question, which is like organization and time management slash believing in myself to problem solve. Sometimes things would come up that I could have never imagined I would have to deal with, whether it's from shipping or actual resin itself, and just kind of trusting myself to be able to figure things out and solve every problem as it comes up. And I think now that I've had my business for a couple of years, I do have that trust in myself, but right off the bat, I think there's a lot of anxiety in starting a new business because you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that trust kind of comes over time once you've been through enough of these like quote issues that you know that you can solve things as they come up. When you've created a small business out of a passion or a hobby, it's also very easy, I find, to still be unmotivated, and I had trouble with time management. I would either make a bunch of orders and get everything out within a day, or it would take me weeks and I would be so unmotivated I wouldn't want to pour. And then I realized that I cannot rely on motivation to get me further with my business. You have to just rely on consistency. Like, there are times I get custom orders and I'm so not in the mood to pour, but I just force myself to sit down and get the orders done. Of course, 99.9% of the time I love what I'm doing and everything's great, but of course we all have those days where we don't feel like doing anything, even when a lot has to get done. And I do allow myself rest. I'm not saying I push myself through that, but like, if I'm just not feeling motivated, I know when to push it and keep going with the orders and when to have a rest day. One more thing did come to mind, actually, and it's kind of just pushing through criticism. And I don't mean constructive criticism, like just negative criticism when people look down on you for being an artist, whether it's your family or friends, or I don't really care about strangers, but sometimes like certain family members don't support what I do, and just kind of like pushing through that and knowing that I'm aligned with my purpose and I'm happy, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It sounds kind of morbid, but I always just say, like, on my deathbed, I'm not going to care that I lived up to other people's expectations. I'm going to care that I felt fulfilled. I would actually love to dive deeper into this topic, so let me know if that's something that interests you. Also, because I'm very open and honest about my resin journey, I wanted to show you why I had to re-pour the same thing 4 times. Just to give you a visual, for 2 days straight, all my work turned out like this. So many micro bubbles. Obviously, resin naturally does have flaws and bubbles. It's not perfect like glass, but oh my goodness, I was in tears. I had a mental breakdown over this, basically, because I was so upset that nothing was working. Basically, what happened is that it was supposed to be spring and it got cold, so my dad had turned off the heat, so the room was too cold for a couple days, so nothing turned out. Learn from my mistakes. Make sure that your room is room temperature standard 21 degrees Celsius or warmer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I also just opened a Fiverr account. I'm still working it all out because I just opened it today, but you can basically go on and ask me a question and I will send you a personalized tutorial back. I thought it'd be a nice way to get some specific questions and give you guys a visual representation to your questions as well. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!